Hi, everybody. Dr. Brenda Slovin here from yourmigrainedoctor.com. Most of you know that migraines are more prominent in women than in men. In fact, women are 3 times more likely to suffer from a migraine than a man. But migraines in men are just as debilitating and just as difficult to treat as migraines in women. So I think it's time that we talk about this. First of all, we know that migraines are hard to diagnose. Millions of people are underdiagnosed or not diagnosed at all, and therefore they never get the treatment that they need. A lot of it, unfortunately, is just because there's not enough medical education about migraine. Therefore, I wanted to talk with you today about a few things you may not know. The Migraine Awareness Group did a study not too long ago and found that 70% of men with migraine have never been diagnosed with migraine. The Migraine Research Foundation reports that 1 in 18 men suffer with migraine. Men with migraines are 42% more likely to suffer a heart attack, and migraines are often mistaken for sinus headaches because their symptoms, unfortunately, are so similar. Contact sports make migraines worse because of concussions, and it raises the risk to 86%. And military personnel, those with TBI or PTSD, are at greater risk also for suffering with migraine. Men aged 40, they're more likely to suffer migraine than erectile dysfunction and prostate cancer, despite what the TV ads try to tell you. And there's about 9 million men in the US that are suffering migraine currently. Migraines, they're just a little different in men. The most significant difference is that hormonal fluctuation. Most women will get migraines associated with our monthly or lifestyle hormonal changes, but men don't get that kind of physiological chaos. It doesn't mean that they don't have their hormonal changes, but on average, men will have about 6 attacks a month, while women will have 7. It's really not a very significant difference, but the intensity is also slightly different, with women reporting a pain scale of 6 on a scale from 1 to 10, where men choose a 5. Studies show that that could be the higher estrogen levels in women causing that, not because of a lower pain threshold, which is what people tend to think originally. We know how hard it is sometimes to get our guys to seek out medical attention. There's just too much stigma. The culture we live in convinces men that going to the doctor and seeking help is a weakness. And this is so wrong. This is so very, very, very wrong. Your health is your most valuable asset, so don't let anyone take that away from you. See the doctor, go get well, and teach others how to manage the condition too. To help men with migraines ease into seeking help for their condition, I've come up with a few tips just to kind of help with the migraine. Before jumping on the pharmaceutical bandwagon for migraine treatment, consider focusing on the triggers, finding ways to reduce those triggers. Common migraine triggers in men include, of course, for everybody, not just men, but stress, sex and rigorous physical activity, alcohol, weather changes, a missed meal or low blood sugar. Other things that can trigger migraine can be lack of restorative sleep, smoke or strong odors. Remember, foods and ingredients can also trigger migraines. Alcohol, caffeine, dairy, gluten, peanuts, MSG. Even when you say no MSG, there's already MSG in the product a lot of times. Citrus, bananas, all vinegars except for white vinegar. So what are the common treatment options? What are some of the treatment options? Well, first of all, use your medications only when necessary. Find that trigger that seems to be the biggest trigger. Find ways to reduce that exposure if you can. For example, if a lack of sleep tends to lead to a migraine, it's time to learn better sleep hygiene tactics. To get good quality restorative sleep, make sure that you're eating meals and stay away from trigger foods. Stop with your sugars right before bed. Exercise regularly. But if rigorous activity is part of the migraine trigger, consider slowing down a bit. Instead of going for fast-paced things, try to go for more endurance-based exercises. At the minimum, you should be drinking half your body weight in ounces every single day. Dehydration is a huge issue, of course. Really, remember, migraines are not discriminatory. They are more prominent in women, but men suffer badly as well. The condition does have a genetic link. So if you have migraines, there is a 50-50 chance that you will pass it on to your children. So having an action plan in place is vital for the well-being of yourself as well as for your children. Take time to determine what kind of triggers you're experiencing. Then put all your energy into finding ways to decrease those triggers. Decrease the severity, the frequency, the duration of your migraines by eliminating the things that cause them. So if you found the information in this post helpful, please share the link. You might be helping somebody more than you know, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye-bye.